My assets have been humbled. My assets have been beat down. My have been assets. That's why they're there, and that's why they're mine. And that's how I got through with whatever I had. I'm like, ew, I could use this for that. Nobody else does, but I can. Watch this. So I have assets that I have survived off of and with and by, and I know what they are. I know how to use them. I've gotten proficient with my assets. Kind of. Kind of. I got lots of assets that ain't very proficientized, proficient, proficientlyized. I don't know, but when I think about it, I mean, there's a lot of things I'm not very good at. I can partially good at, uh, but my assets is basically I am willing to work hard physically. I liked it. It was like a game. It was like ball playing defense. I'm like, I will get after this, whatever this was at the time. I will get after this. I'll look, I'll figure it out, and I will muscle my way through it. I am so sore. I think I had to. I had to put. If I didn't, I couldn't relax. There was no relaxing for me in the daytime. I mean, I wanted to go. I wanted to get home. I had stuff I got to do, and I had to make a lot of money. My opportunity this month, I'm like, oh boy. But I just pushed right through it. My asset was given physically the physical ability to squabble around, squat down, and do all the just like a kid. My I got mobility. I'm like. Now it ain't. I ain't got no more. My assets been humbled. I can't bend over and stand back up properly without a whole big effort. So that I just run on. I just run on. I didn't take care of me. I didn't take care of me or it, my body. I pounded it. Let's see how this goes. And went good. It went good. It's kind of amazing. If I stop and think sometimes of the stuff that I did, how much I got done. I'm like, oh, no wonder people looked at me like, oh boy, heck easy. Well, anyway, my assets I put to use when I could, on the job and off the job, in the life, in the living, and in the working. Uh, but they've been humbled. I cannot do it. It's been taken away, wore out, used up, removed, absent, vacant. I'm vacant of that vitality I once had and was my asset. I just had it. So I went with it as a kid. I didn't, I guess. I just grew up into it. I grew up into what was there. I guess that's the one. Yeah, we were talking about that. Raise up a child in the way he should go. In the way he should go. He or she, of course. But I, I had an asset. I guess it was given. I just came with it. I don't know. Uh, given or just there. I don't. At this point, don't really matter. But it was something I just naturally occurred myself to because it was good and it worked. It was good for me. Uh, but they've been humbled. I'm on the other end of things. I've been looking to slow down, and I guess I don't know how to do it emotionally, mentally, pace wise. My mind, the things I would like to do, that is running so fast. I'm here. I got the big ones. I got all the way to the end. I'll never be bored. I'll sit here and can't move because I don't know what to do, how to do it. But uh, I just my assets have been so humbled. It's concerning. I mean, sometimes I'm thinking I'm something is physically not giving me the oxygen or the something because I'm like I'm dizzy all the time. I'm dizzy. I'm weak and faint. That's what it is. I am faint. Faint. I always wondered about fainting. I thought that was so weird. The fainting thing you see on TV, just faint, pass right out. I'm like, I am faint. My body is faint. What a nice word. Faint. I am there. I'm fully spread from one end to the other, still as before, with those assets. But those assets have been humbled. They're minimized. They've been relocated into an unprioritized position. And now I got these different priorities. Pretty simple. Pretty simple, but they're very complicated. They absorb most of my day. They absorb most of my big heavy concerns. Uh, so I've got to do things differently with the same mechanism I started with: my body and my mind and my heart and my hands. But my mind, with knowledge, sometimes wisdom, she comes and enters after a while. I don't know how, but you gather the knowledge, maybe wisdom shows up. And then a heart, oh, hard, goofy, vile little thing. And then if it's softened for you, or if it's softened in you, or if the world softens it, if it humbles the heart, and the heart can can reel back the mind, because the mind is so confused and running fast. That thing is like out of control, going down the hill. There ain't no stopping it. But a humbled heart can retrieve that thing and put the hands back to good use. So maybe the humbling is get rid of the nonsense the world was putting me through, that I went with, chose to go with, inspired even most of the time. I do this. That's my thoughts, and I, it was a way of keeping from myself. I was so busy at work and family. Where's me? I walked around a lot before I got married and had family. I had 9 years. I had 10 years. I had a decade of who. Uh, now that wasn't humbled. That was assets without inertia. That was just sitting there because I was confused. I was all tangled up in a lot of different ways. Now the untangling, I don't know why it took me so long, but it did. I suppose it don't do everybody the same. But that's the way it went for me. But when I got them assets back into my hands, oh my goodness, it was too much. This vehicle I was now given to go through this life with was too fast. I couldn't keep up. I had to I think I just got gradually more in shape as I went along, because it was just a progressive everything good, uh, everything good, mentally, everything just kept going in the right direction. And boy, when I got married, and I got the family I wanted, uh, and dreamt about forever, pretty much. Boy, my assets were let loose. I got wings on my heels. This is weird. Like, I can't sleep, literally. Like 5, 6 hours is way plenty. I'm up and at something. Of course, I always got something. I always got something going on. So the assets, oh, I took them for granted. Absolutely took them for granted. Absolutely. But then, you keep gathering knowledge through all this time, and wisdom starts showing up here and there. And boy, I was living off them hard, and it was taken away. I got sick. I had a knee replacement. Thank God they've been humbled.